The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that in Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Leopard! Watching that party!
On second down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now Jackson on second down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team?
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 47 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. First down, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw again. Prescott. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing is Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Jackson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And a loose football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Defense.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down throw for Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Prescott from the gun. Oh, Prescott stripped. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
What part of they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson, forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. To throw is Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that's complete. It's the Carr to Cooper connection. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Prescott flushed out right. Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Prescott. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Suggs in there to get him for a loss of 5.
We got 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Crabtree with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Here we go, 46, 46. Good. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now Jones. bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Now Jackson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, and at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose, and the Cowboys have recovered. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
46. Gun. 47.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He sets to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gun.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gun.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here you go.
They go to Elliott again. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
A dump off to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
46. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Watch it now, Barney. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Ravens. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Jackson, and his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, a nice spin. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Good. 46. Good. 46.
Second down, Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. What?
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26. Right there, over there. Right there. Gun, gun, gun. 26.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go, 46. 46.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Out to his left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not getting...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Cooper was the target there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on first down. And he slides to avoid the hit. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Crabtree the target on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jackson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. Breaks a tackle, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
And Jackson throwing once more. Being chased out left. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and a mile. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Austin. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
26.
First down, Prescott. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And again, it's Prescott. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
26.
Prescott now on second down. And he's going to go down again. Tony Jefferson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
26.
Now Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Collins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson now down around his goal line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and it is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, we're not going to lose. So let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Throwing, Prescott. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had...